For those of you who don't know that absolutely uncalled for reference, that is the opening line of the game Alan Wake 1. If you haven't played that game, you absolutely have to. It is an extraordinary experience. Remedy Games has been at the top of their game since the beginning. They created Max Payne. I mean, come on, what even is wrong with you? So Alan Wake 1 has been such an important part of my growing up. When I was in school, Alan Wake 1 released, and when I went to college, I loved the game so much that in college, when we formed our first band, so there is this band, fictional band in Alan Wake 1 called The Old Gods of Asgard. And there is this very, very particular action sequence where this song by that band called Children of the Elder Gods plays. And I loved the game so much that I named my band Children of the Elder Gods after that very track. So you can't even imagine the impact this game. The first time I experienced true storytelling was Max Payne 1 when I was maybe 10, 11 years old. And the second time in gaming that it shook me to the core was Alan Wake. And yeah, so here we are starting Alan Wake 2. Let's see how it goes. I have not seen anything except for the reveal trailer. I have not watched any reviews. I have not got any free copies. I'm just a fledgling YouTuber. So I paid for this game myself. I'm starting this game. I'm excited for this game, and let's see where it goes. I'm just going to check the settings real quick if everything is okay. I'm just going to keep everything on normal. And yeah, I have a feeling this game is going to be really hard because the last one was really hard. So I'm just going to play this on normal. Unlike Spider-Man, where I've been playing that game. I mean, I've been playing Spider-Man games for my entire life. But this, it's just Alan Wake 2, so I'm just going to go with normal. Let's see. Strap in and welcome to Dragonfire. Enjoy.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Okay, this is already way more intense than the first game. It seems way, way, way darker. Let's watch. First of all, This looks insane. What else can I say? It looks insane. Remedy Games have been the masters of their craft ever since they started off. I don't even know what to say. Wow. Look at the billowing leaves. The billowing leaves in the wind. Holy crap. What the hell was that? Okay, I'm gonna stop speaking for a while and focus on the game. Oh, by the way, just a little pause to check if I am on 60 FPS. There we go. And yeah, time to continue. I know what you're thinking. Just stop, okay? Just stop. Don't say anything. Just stop thinking it. Happened. What? What just happened? Holy crap. Whoa, this is gonna be insane. I just have a feeling this is gonna be next level insane. Whew. Oh, that's a good callback to the first game when Alan and his wife.
How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna stop
This
talking
trip
now.
might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my God, Mom, it's not your fault. People get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan?
The unanswered mystery
I will.
is what stays with us the
Bye, kiddo.
longest. And that's what we remember in the end, was the sequence
Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
in Alan Wake 1.
Snarky kid.
A quote by
Wonder where she gets that from.
Stephen King himself. Alright, I'm seriously gonna stop talking now. Let's just watch.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay, that's the face of Sam
Okay.
Lake,
Any words of advice?
the face of Max Payne 1, and the
Nothing.
voice
Cheer anyone up.
of Max Payne, James McCaffrey himself. Holy crap.
Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear?
If they
I'll
only
check
knew,
out that map.
if they only knew what happened at Cauldron Lake. Because I know they don't.
You're the one who wanted to switch.
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, that,
Those damn feds gonna show up, Mulligan.
Federal agent's right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were
Oh,
doing
they
sneaking
did
around
hear
the
you.
woods
They
at night.
absolutely did.
It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right,
That's a
Thornton?
pretty nice redneck accent right
But
there.
don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Hey, Mulligan, tell them I'm here, waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
Thornton seems like a total pain in the ass. Let's see what he's up to, alright?
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly. The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case.
The Mind Palace from
Using
Sherlock
each field
Holmes.
office as a model in my head.
Okay.
The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Interesting. Let's see where this leads. Slight difference in murders, bloating only. Commonality in bodies, but not the cause of death. Chest trauma in parentheses. Exposure to water. Postmortem. All victims reported missing in 2010. No other common. Okay, 2010. So this continues very closely to Alan Wake 1 story, which was 2007 or 2008, right? If I'm not mistaken. Interesting.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
That sounds like Mr. Thornton.
Hey!
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you. So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Thornton, he's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. Now we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay. Let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders? body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic. Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence? The killer left the heart right next to the body.
Okay, this is incredibly disturbing. Incredibly
Bruising on the
disturbing.
wrist from the cargo straps holding him down.
And insanely realistic.
Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
Okay, so I am not able to exit this menu for some reason. I'm trying to go back, but nothing's happening. Absolutely nothing. What's the problem? Nothing. I'm pressing every single button that there is to press. I'm trying to select this, nothing. I'm trying to select this, nothing. Nothing. Goals, nothing. Cases, nothing. I'm trying to pause, again, nothing. Okay. I'm gonna stop now. Okay, so I had to press the bottom arrow. Yeah, there we go.
Keep trying. Heart removed from chest.
Okay, that was
strapped by the wrists.
interesting.
Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about. Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers? Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. Now, I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Boot prints, indicating multiple killers.
Now
Quite
this
the
makes
party.
sense. You have to make... Okay, like you see in the movies, the FBI boards. Okay, nice. I like that.
Did they plan for the murder to happen here? So you knew our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago, 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago. Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera?
Okay, so you can access the Mind Palace anytime that you want. And then you can just... interesting. So you drag it over.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together. This mug always cheers me up.
Okay, let me just be honest. This is a very, very interesting and new part of the experience. I think it's going to be fun if you have to build the entire... Okay. Let's continue.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flip the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Okay, this is a very, very good callback to Sherlock Holmes. Because if you've seen the show Sherlock or read the books by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, you know what I mean. And the fact that you can access this at any moment, at any time, from what I've seen so far, I'm thinking that's how it works. Yeah, that seems nice.
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Okay, well, I'll just wait here.
I hope it's not that lake. For the veterans of Alan Wake 1, you
This
know
is
what
one of
lake
your
I'm talking
hunches,
about.
Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find. I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
That does not sound good. Okay, first of all, the graphics, obviously. Second of all, the sound design. What the hell? This sounds insane. Okay, nothing here. Find the lady of the night, gone mad with the light. That's how you feel, take destiny. Who else remembers that song from the first game? Come on. Let me know in the comments down below.
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movie.
Welcome back, Anderson. I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though. There's a piece of paper on the ground. Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
Makes no sense.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. The killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Ah, the pages from Alan Wake
Reading
1.
words. These words felt like a message.
Where he writes the story. Oh
Someone
my
knew
god.
they were here.
What a
Someone
callback.
playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
The killer is not watching you. He is writing you. This is gonna be fun. I know it is.
I should profile Nightingale about this page. We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what. Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
Did she just say time to examine the body? I don't want to go back to the body. Okay, let's go back to the body.
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
By the way, wasn't Alex Casey the chairman of the Central Bureau of Control?
Back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of
Let
those
me know in the
big
comments.
puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the Bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
The Oh Dear Diner. Oh my god. The coconut song. Who remembers the coconut song?
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod? For a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something.
To stuff in nothing good. Okay, so there are parts, or as you Americans like to call, there are paths. Which path do we take? Because this path goes somewhere and that path goes somewhere else. And this path is obviously leading to the objective. So just for a second, I'm gonna stray off the beaten path and find something. You know what I mean?
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
Okay, first of all, this feels intense.
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town. The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie?
Don't know, don't care. How much have you had? Not enough. That's all.
Not to toot my own horn, but I am pretty darn sure my, I mean our float will be the belle of the ball at this year's Deer Fest.
You.
Just a few more days. It's a nice looking float to share. This is my first Deer Fest, so I don't know what to expect.
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Isn't he from Quantum Break, or am
Your
I
deputies said
completely
you
wrong?
had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had
Oh my god. The nostalgia, the feels.
Sure.
Holy crap.
But it's slowed down ever since Culver Lake was fenced off.
This is the table where something really interesting happened in Alan Wake 1. And this is where the coconut song happened.
Exactly right.
Ah, damn. Wait, what did they say?
Can't believe that happened.
I'm as big a fan of coconut but the next person as the next person, but come on. The coconut song. Ooh, spooky.
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had. I need a tool to get this open. It's not opening.
Is the lady of the lake gonna show up right here? I certainly hope not.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult.
Okay, can you just look
Then
at
we
that
bolted
person?
and called the cops.
She's trying to figure out how an iPhone works. And she's not able to, and I think that's funny. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found it. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
Aha. Hiding something. Okay, let's go to the
That's exactly why I hate small towns.
Mind Palace.
Town, Ed. Not.
The cult of the tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with a murder. They were telling the truth. We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer.
They were tearing into the naked guy with knives.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message? I need to know more about the Cult of the Tree if I'm going to shut them down.
So that's how you build a case in this. Interesting.
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing, Jimmy.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing Deerfest.
Oh, God. Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe.
Wait, is she the same
I thought
person?
We'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl.
Who was a fan of Alan Wake in the first game?
Are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
What the
How do you know I have a daughter?
What the fish?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
Is there some time travel element in this game? Time travel is tricky, but the writers at Remedy are incredibly gifted.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The Cult of the Tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this Cult of the Tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
How are you?
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week, but you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking. Okay. Let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? What other The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up.
Okay, this looks way too realistic.
This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
Aha. They did leave something inside his chest. There's writing on here. Can't make it out. Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us. Text is smudged. Looks inverted. Heart can't have been marked before removal. There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there? Same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant.
Alan Wake is writing.
I have them right here. No, wait!
Sheriff?
What the hell?
just happened? What just happened?
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon. The page set to get into the light.
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back. Gotta move. Now.
Okay. So that doesn't work like that, clearly.
I need to get into the light. Now. He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back. Go!
Vanished.
What the hell was that? Oh my god. Wow.
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're gonna do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this.
So, my friends, I think that is, yeah, because I didn't find a manual save option, I think that is good enough for part 1 of Alan Wake 2. Stay tuned to part 2, which will be uploaded tomorrow. And yeah, like, share, and subscribe to Dragonfire Gaming. And on that note, Dracarys.